Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk all about sunscreen. Sunscreen for the face that doesn't pill under makeup. And that's good for sensitive skin, of course. So I've sort of given myself a very sunny disposition today. I feel like, you know, I've got some bronzer on. I'm wearing this like little peachy top, which is actually from Stitchfix over a year ago. Couple years ago. Anyway, who cares? Okay, let us begin. First, I'm going to talk about Maylove, and I talked about this last year. They reached out to me. They sent me their products. I have a discount code, so please check them out. This is the only item I'm going to show you that has a discount code. And for that, because you cannot get this at like Sephora or anywhere else. And honestly, I hope that changes soon, because I think this is one of those up and coming new brands, or I should say, I think they've been around a couple years, but brands that we need to pay more attention to. It is a women-owned company. They are MIT scientists. They have created very affordable skincare, and this sun protection is so good. It's a mineral sunscreen, SPF 30. I have it on actually today, and it, oh my God, what is going on? My cat never joins me. Okay, I've said that once before, and I've shown him to you. I guarantee you he's gonna walk back this way. Normally he's like asleep under Emma's bed by now. Okay. Comes out like this. It does not leave, I mean, it looks white at first, but once it's on your skin, it does not leave a white cast. I have it on today. I put foundation over the top of it. I didn't even bother with primer. And I think if you're an oily skin, you're gonna love it. I feel like it gives almost a matte finish when it dries. But if you're dry skin, you're gonna like it too. I just like that it's got only good ingredients. It blends really nicely into the skin, and all those other factors I told you about. So yeah, there you go. Maylove, I love you. Okay, and then another one that is, this one is at Sephora, and it is a little more expensive, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's not like going out there and getting Neutrogena or something. Volition Beauty is, I love, another small women-owned company. There he goes. Oh my God. You're a little stinker. You're just so cute. You have hair in your mouth. Whatever. If I touch him, I will have hair all over me. This is their Prismatic Luminizing Shield. I have been wearing this a lot. Let me shake it up for you. The Maylove doesn't need to be shaken. It's a little more lotiony. This is very liquidy. So you can use this, of course, as a sunscreen all over your face. You can use this without any other makeup, and it gives kind of a nice sheen. It's not as prismatic as maybe a highlighter. So if you're not looking for, you know, a lot of wow, don't worry. This is pretty tame. You can use it as a primer. You can use it over makeup. You can use it as a luminizer. It is just a really nice all-purpose SPF for the face. It's SPF 50, comes in 1 ounce. It feels really nice on the skin. It's got good ingredients. You see how that has, so like this has maybe got more of a sunscreen feel to it, kind of a tacky, you know, like I'm wearing sunscreen. This has more of a silky, blended in feel. So, you know, everybody has a different preference. If you're more active and you want something that feels like you just want to put sunscreen on your face, I get it. Oh, Volition Beauty, love it. Kula, this is also at Ulta, Sephora. This is another kind of pricey one, I know. This is a BB cream actually, and it is unscented. I checked these out on Beautypedia, this one. Some of the Kula sunscreens for face I would avoid. They have lavender or some other ingredients in there you do not want if you're going out in the sun, because it will really sensitize your skin. The Kula Unscented BB Cream is an SPF, let me check, why do I do this? 30. It has a matte finish. It goes on a little bit tinted, but it's so undetectable. This one has more of a dimethicone slip to it. This one feels like primer. So for a BB cream, if you want this before foundation, it doesn't give any coverage. You're not gonna, it's called a BB cream, but it's not like in an Asian, Korean BB cream that is, you know, very opaque on the skin. This one is just good for giving sun protection, a primer for makeup. It has a matte finish, almost feels a little bit powdery when it dries, not in a cracky way, just in like a soft velvet way. So I really like this one. I've been loving it. For Canadians, oh my God. Okay, so Garnier, this I got in Canada. This is not a US item, but you can get it. You can get a version of it off of Amazon, I think, but I figure if you're in Canada or if you find this maybe even in the UK, excuse me, Garnier, which I believe La Roche-Posay is either the umbrella to or a branch of. So they have a product that also contains this same Mexerol technology that you can get at Target, but there's only an SPF 15. So I bought this because it says SPF 60, which honestly, anything after 50 kind of gets exaggerated. 50 is pretty much your benchmark. So if you've got an SPF 50, you're getting your maximum protection. After that, the jury's still out. So what that means is if you burn at 15 minutes of sun exposure without sunscreen, you can multiply that number times 50, and then that will be the number of minutes you can be out in the sun with sunscreen before you burn. But once that time is up, you're done. Like even if you reapply sunscreen, you're done. It's weird to think that, but you know, that's what they taught us in Clinique school. Clinique is very big on sunscreen. And so you need to reapply every 2 hours as well. If you're not reapplying your sunscreen every 2 hours, you are risking exposure because it does break down. And especially if you're sweating or swimming or anything like that, then you've got to take that into consideration. And that is why powder sunscreen comes in, because I don't use this as my only sunscreen. I use this to enhance the ones I put on during the day. So you can think of this as a makeup if you want. I don't find it to have any coverage really, but this one, Color Science, is phenomenal and definitely pricey, but it's my favorite. They sent these to me last year, so I'm a lucky girl. I get it. This is excellent. I actually am in the medium shade. I think there's translucent, light, medium, dark. I think light, just in the summer for me, might look a little ashy. I put this on over makeup. I don't even think twice, and it doesn't disturb the makeup. I wore this through Hawaii everywhere. And what's great is this is so, like, you do not have to worry about this in your purse. It stays contained, and then you can put it over your makeup. It's not gonna mess up your highlighter. It's not gonna ruin your foundation or make it move or anything like that. And then you don't have to worry about having intermittent exposure. So there is that. There's also, this one is from Supergoop, and I got this off of Sephora. It is great in terms of the product. The product working as a sunscreen works lovely. It is a sweat resistant SPF 45. You could probably see the powder come out. So the powder itself is really good for sensitive skins. Couple things. I love that this brush comes off to wash, because I have to wash this one kind of just very carefully and like set it on the side and make sure the water doesn't go into the powder. This brush comes off a little more randomly than I would like. This little reservoir is very powdery. There's just a lot of powder fallout around the product from this. It's less money. It's a little more affordable than the Color Science one. But just know you're kind of getting some packaging kinks. So I love it. Like this, you can use this as a setting powder. You can use this as a setting powder. You can use it over foundation. You can use it over other sort of BB creams. You can use it throughout the day as a touch-up powder. And it feels nice and it's great. But just to let you know, there's something kind of messy about this. Do not, if you have sensitive skin, get the spray, setting spray from Supergoop. There's at least one, there might be more setting sprays that are sunscreens. I believe Kula has one, and I believe Kate Somerville has one. That one might be okay. There's a few out there. Take note, they have usually lavender or peppermint, and the Supergoop has both. And raspberry oil, rosemary extract is good for your skin. Rosemary oil is sensitizing. So just know, if you don't have sensitive skin, knock yourself out. That's awesome. Get those. And then a dupe to kind of both of them, which I have seemed to enjoy. I don't have any packaging issues. I feel it does a good job with, you know, it's what it's supposed to do. And that is this Derma E. This I got at my PCC market, and you've seen Derma E at like Whole Foods. I think there's some at Ulta. It's such an interesting line because it's such a random smattering of selection. Like I can't find this anywhere else except my PCC, my co-op market. And that's the Sun Protection Mineral Powder, SPF 30. So if you find it, it's great. Mine was on sale for $15. So it's a great purchase compared to the others. It's a little bit powderier. It doesn't, you know, it's a little more, the Color Science just seems to really win in terms of not having a whole lot of fallout and stuff like that. So, but it's a lot less money and it works. This is an old tube, you guys, for foundation featured. I'm always like, and I'm using my Paula's Choice SPF. This has been my ride or die SPF for a long time. I just have been continuing it, but also knowing that this tube is at the end of its life if it's not already expired. They've even come up with new packaging, I believe, since when I bought this. But this is the Resist Cellular Defense Moisturizer. It's an SPF 25. There's about 2 or 3 versions of SPF on the Paula's Choice website. They're fantastic. You don't have to worry about any of the ingredients. You know they're effective. This works great under foundation, doesn't pill like any of these. So just to let you know, this is always a good choice. But this one is the one I'm gonna tell you about with like a little bit of a fine print disclaimer. This is the Pixi Beauty Sun Mist. And I remember last year finding it and I was so excited. This is kind of a setting spray, kind of a refresh spray. It has SPF 30 in it. It's lovely and sheer over the makeup. It does not disrupt your makeup or anything. I really enjoy it. Problem is, I don't know if the alcohol in here is cetyl alcohol, benzyl alcohol, or denatured alcohol. I should reach out to them and just ask, and maybe they'll respond. But it's the second ingredient just says alcohol. And you know, it's one of those things, if that's an ingredient that troubles you, you know to steer clear. If it's no biggie, not a deal breaker, then, you know, have at it. So I do like this product. It's just, I need to find out if, you know, this is a culprit. Because sometimes you use something and you're like, oh, that's great, and maybe use it once or twice, and it doesn't give you an issue. But if it's going to be something you use every day, you need to know, is this going to give me a problem after several uses, you know? I'm no expert. I'm not a dermatologist, but I believe entirely in sunscreen. You have to wear it. I live in Seattle. It's gray and drizzly climate, and I wear it 365 days a year. I wear it even when I know I'm not going out of the house. I just believe in sunscreen. Your dermatologist will tell you to put on sunscreen. I have friends who've had skin cancer removed from their chest and face who now say, wear your sunscreen, especially if you're still in your teens and 20s. Oh my God. The potential, yeah. I mean, if you're in your 30s and 40s, 50s, continue to wear it, but I'm just saying you can really save your skin. Yes. Okay, and then I understand there's other breakdown of like chemical versus physical barrier. I get that. This is sort of more of a what sunscreen I like for my face around makeup application. Okay? Gotcha. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was great and fun and just, you know, neat. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know other sensitive skin themed videos you want to see from me. I can link the foundation one I've done. I can link my talc free powder one I've done. I've done this cleanser last week. So let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye.